So we talk another session about politics and justice in 2018.
Yeah.
And we don't mean Putin here. We talk about America.
Or Trump.
America or.
No, so basically this year is going to be a year where justice prevails.
Mhm.
Now, what does that mean? What that simply means is that there's been a lot of things going on for the past many years that did not come to light. For instance, we find a lot of sexual scandals, or sexual harassment scandals. It's been really prominent in the news in the last few months. That came to light, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. We'll see a lot of events that were hidden or suppressed or not brought to light that will come to everyone's attention, and that means the law will start influencing or trying to prevent from future crimes to take
So it's not like it's not about sexual harassment, it's actually about pedophilia and human
Right.
sacrifice. No, it's like child sacrifice. Pizzagate, basically. I mean, we had the Dutroux thing in Belgium a couple of years ago, and then the
Right.
Jimmy Savile thing in England, and that nicely was brushed under the rug. So these people are still around, mainly, especially the ones higher up. And so we're talking about international child trade and international child trade for not just abuse but sacrifice. And
there's
so this
human
thing-
trafficking,
Yeah.
so we'll see more activity, more, the justice will start prevailing in terms of human trafficking. Also corruption, a lot of politicians are corrupt, their days are numbered. So we'll find some really prominent politicians being, arrested or incriminated, things like that. So we'll see some major names, for instance, that will be probably arrested. But generally speaking, the law will actually take hold. A lot of people who manage to get away from the law will be able to put their grips on rectifying some of the problems.
So maybe they will be kind of, there will be at least a step down from power.
Exactly, not only step down from power, but I think it'll also send a message to people that you cannot do this and get away with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's very new. I mean, I like to see that, but it's very unusual. And if you predict that for 2018 to happen in a major way, I think it should be traceable in 2019. We could say by then if this really happened or not.
Exactly. So we're putting this on record, and in 2019 we'll do a check, Marco.
Because this has not happened. We've not had a U.S. president or major Western president being, or presidential candidate in that sense, being put in prison, or. Basically the question is if Pizzagate is getting brushed under the rug or if it's finally leading to some cleanup. And we discussed a bit how we see Trump, and I think Cliff High put out also that he made an analogy between Trump and the Chinese Emperor Wen, who played a little bit like Hamlet in the beginning. He played as if he were a fool because he was surrounded by and trapped by a kind of hidden government and a hidden power system that didn't leave him much room to play. And it seems that Trump might be somehow similar in that sense, that he plays the fool and the idiot, and he makes these bold moves and to also distract from what is happening in the background. So maybe that's actually the
that could be part of it, but it's actually not only in the US. We're going to see that if we're paying attention to politics around the world, we'll find that a lot of corrupt leaders will be brought down, or some of the criminal activities conducted by politicians or even very reputable business people, the justice will start coming down on them.
Like in Australia or the Poland.
Exactly, yeah. So, but then that's basically in 2018.
So that would, it's already visible somehow in 2017 that there's something going on, but in the past I think it's very clear that these things have been brushed away.
Yeah. Again, we're going to see some of these events as early as spring this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a very interesting year to watch out, which actually might even affect the stock market, which we had talked about earlier. So some of that changes might be because of political.
So in a positive event, like let's say somebody gets arrested and the stock market rises because of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will not drop.
No, I mean, it depends who gets arrested,
Yeah,
you know, I
of
mean,
course,
so,
Yeah.
but, you know, someone as Harvey Weinstein, who was a power broker in the Hollywood industry, you know, if someone like that could be brought down, he's just a symptom of all the other events that's taking place around the world. So justice will start coming out. Essentially, it will be brought down. When I say justice, it means the populace will actually bring a lot of events to bear. And so then the Justice Department or the law of that particular country will have to come in, influence it in some way or the other.
And can you name names?
No, at this time I prefer not. But I've given you times and I've suggested it. So once it happens, we'll talk about it.
We shouldn't. Yeah.
But there will be prominent. What I can say at this point is there'll be very, very prominent.
So you
figures.
don't want to talk about Hillary yet? Okay.
So, yeah.
We do a separate video then.
Yeah. Yeah.